Do 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 ah, do ah, do ah.
Porch light midnight train.
We were kids down at the summer fair, candy apples, dusty hair. You were laughing on the Ferris wheel with the moon caught in your hair. Every August when the midway closed, I'd be packing up again. You would walk me to the platform just to watch me board the train. Ticket in my shaking fingers, smoke was hanging in the night. You said, I'll be here when you need me, just look back and see my light.
Porch light midnight train.
When the whistle cries your name across the plain, if you see that little glow at the edge of our old lane, know my heart is waiting patient till you're in my arms again, guided home by that porch light midnight train.
Porch light midnight train.
All those letters with your careful hand crossed the miles between our towns. Folded corners, faded perfume, little hearts and scribbled vows. You said I'll be on the front step late just to hear that engine moan. If you ever feel too lonesome, let these words just lead you home. I would read them by my window as the night pressed on the glass. Heard the quiet rails and echo pulling me back to our past.
Porch light midnight train.
In the rustle of those pages I'd remain. I could almost hear you breathing through the paper and the rain. Every line became a promise, every stamp a silver chain, pulling me toward that porch light midnight train. Years roll by like passing car doors, but some things don't slip away. There's a suitcase by my bedside, and I'm leaving one more day. If the schedule keeps its rhythm, if the stars still know your name, I'll step down onto that platform looking for your light again. For that porch light midnight train, where you're waiting by the fence and the windows flame. I'll come walking down the gravel, call your name and drop my case. Feel your arms around me trembling, find my long lost resting place. If I ever start to wonder what can pull me through the pain, I just close my eyes and ride that porch light midnight train. Porch light midnight train. Porch light midnight train. Oh, wait for me, darling. We were parked down by the river, where the town lights fade to gray. Car radio low and tender, playing songs that knew our names. Your head was on my shoulder, as the dust slipped into night. Dashboard glow upon your lashes, holding everything just right.
You traced a little circle on the window's foggy glass. Said tomorrow I'll be leaving, but this feeling's gonna last. I kissed your hand and whispered, no matter where you roam, if you keep my love inside you, you'll never be alone.
And the rain tapped time on the hood so slow. as the river carried every secret we'd ever known. You turned to me, and in the falling light, we promised not to let this slip from sight. Wait for me, darling, through the miles and the midnight train. Hold my name inside your heart when you're dancing with the rain. Wait for me, darling,
Through the lonely nights of blue,
every tear the sky might cry, I'll be saving dreams for you.
oh, wait for me, darling, and I'll come running back to you. Morning at the station, steam and sorrow in the air. Suitcase by my trembling knees, your coat still on my chair. You wrapped your arms around me as the whistle split the sky. Said I'll write you every Sunday, I'll be yours until I die. I watched you fade to silver through the window streaked with rain.
Your figure growing smaller as the train rolled out again. I pressed my hand to cold glass, felt my heartbeat fall and rise. Holding tight your crumpled letter, signed with shaky love in lines. And every town I passed, I heard that car radio,
Playing little songs that sounded like the boy I used to know.
I'd close my eyes and see that river bend, and hear you swear our love would never end. Wait
For me, darling, through the miles and the midnight train. Hold my name inside your heart
when you're dancing with the rain. Wait for me, darling,
through the lonely nights of blue. Every tear the sky might cry.
I'll be saving dreams for you. Oh, wait,
For me, darling, and I'll come running back to you.
now the years have drawn their circles on the faces that we wear, but I still hear that river and that old car radio there. Tonight the city's weeping, every street lamp crowned with mist. I'm standing on a corner where our very first goodbye was kissed. You're walking toward me slowly with an umbrella held up high.
Raindrops sparkling on your hair, that same old gentle light.
You smile and say, I told you I'd come home one rainy night.
I answer, I've been waiting, love, since you stepped on that first train ride.
All the letters, all the midnights, all the miles of iron and stone
Couldn't steal the quiet promise that we made when we were young and alone.
Every song that through my lonely window softly played was a little shining bridge across the distance that we made. Now the river's far, the town has grown,
But in your eyes I see
the boy and girl beside that car, and all we swore we'd be.
Wait for me, darling, and you know I'll wait for you.
Through the storms and through the sun, a small town Friday night, they dimmed the lights down low. You were leaning by the jukebox in that easy, quiet glow. I was holding paper roses, trying not to let it show, when you smiled and tipped your head, said, would you like to dance real slow? My heart was beating like a drum that only you could hear. Every little step we took brought your whisper near. Under the jukebox glow, I'm falling into you. Under the jukebox glow, every dream feels true. If you hold me just like this and never let me go, I'll love you forever. Under the jukebox glow. We swayed through every record till the night was almost done. Your hand was warm and steady like the promise of the sun. Then you walked me past the corner to the summer fair outside. Ferris wheel lights turning while you stayed right by my side. You said I don't say much, but girl, I hope you know you're the song I've waited for on every radio. Under the jukebox glow, I'm falling into you. Under the Ferris lights, every wish came true. With your jacket on my shoulders in the midnight show, I knew I'd remember. Under the jukebox glow. Now the years have spun like records, some have cracked and some have played, but your name is still the melody my heart has never strayed. In that same old painted dance hall where the younger dreamers go, we still steal a quiet corner when the jukebox starts to glow. Let the world keep turning, let the bright lights fade. We're still that boy and girl in the slow song we made. If the music ever falters, if the town forgets our names, we'll find our way together when the jukebox starts again. Under the jukebox glow, I'm reaching out for you. Under the jukebox glow, every vow is true. If you hold me just like this and never let me go, I'll dance here forever. Under the jukebox glow, we're swaying soft and slow. Every night my heart returns. Under the jukebox glow. Under the jukebox glow.
Rain on the sidewalk, traffic rolling slow, street lamps painted silver on the code I know. Footsteps all around me, couples passing by, sharing little whispers underneath the sky. I pull up your umbrella, though you're far tonight. Still I hear you laughing in the yellow light. Every drop that falls is a memory of you, waiting in the shadows like you used to do. Darling, though the miles lie between our hearts, I can feel your hand where the evening starts. Every echo on this avenue to standing close to you. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, holding you near while the world drifts away again. Umbrella for two, every raindrop knows your name. Side by side in the hush of the window pane. When the night comes through and I'm missing you, I still walk this avenue, holding on to dreams of an umbrella for two. Do you remember by the river at the edge of town? Dusk was laying velvet as the sun went down, water catching colors from the fading sky, quiet little ripples where the boat slid by. You were close beside me in that gentle air, sharing one umbrella, wind in your hair. You said if the storm comes, I'll be holding you, and the clouds broke open just to prove it true. Raindrops on your lashes, lips so near to mine, every whispered promise standing still in time. Every heartbeat, every breath we drew, felt like all the world was only you. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, holding you near while the world drifts away again. Umbrella for two, every raindrop knows your name. Side by side in the hush of the window pane. When the night comes through and I'm missing you, I still walk this avenue, holding on to dreams of an umbrella for two. Now I drive these nights with the radio low, letters on the seat in your hand, writing glow. Dashboard in the darkness like a little flame, whispering your stories when I call your name. Photographs are waiting in a worn out frame, smiles from yesterday that look the same, till the train or the highway brings you home again. I'll be here and I'll be just the way I've been. Down by the river when the day is through, sometimes I imagine I am seeing you, silhouette in twilight where the willows lean, walking to my arms like in an old dream. Someday when the distance finally fades away, we'll be under raindrops on another day, and I'll hold you closer than I ever knew, while the world turns slow around us too. Umbrella for two in the soft city rain, nothing between us but the beating of hearts again. Umbrella for two, all our waiting almost through, every lonely evening leading back to you. When the skies turn gray, I will gladly stay, sharing every storm with you. All my life I'll be your umbrella for two. Your umbrella for two. light be fading in the evening air. Last song drifting over the county fair. Shoes on gravel, summer standing still. Hearts lined up by the Ferris wheel. You stood in line with your ticket tight, cotton candy fingers in the midway light. Hair up high in a ribbon bow, cheeks turned pink in the neon glow. I watched you laughing with your sweater thin, too shy to speak, so I just looked in till you caught my eyes in the twilight hue, and the whole fair hushed down to me and you. The wheel turned slow against the dusky sky, stars peeking out just a few up high. I heard my heart beat louder than the band when you smiled and reached for my hand under the Ferris wheel. When the lights turned low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. We rode that circle like a silver ring. Town below was like a little string. You pointed out your porch light down the hill, said that's where Mama waits until. We talked to school and the jobs we'd find, of leaving sometimes but not too far behind. And when the cars stopped at the very top, time held its breath and refused to drop. The midway music softened to a sigh. Your lashes trembled when you closed your eyes. Above the barking games and turning rides, we made a promise the sky still hides. Under the Ferris wheel when the lights turn low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. I found the long road that leads to you. From your mama's porch to our own small hill, it all began under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel in my memories bright, shining like our little porch light at night. If the world should fade and the noise turns still, I'll love you like under the Ferris wheel. Oh. Be fading in the evening air, but I still see you standing there. Whenever life turns like a restless reel, I'll meet you under the Ferris wheel.
sand was blowing at our feet. All the tide lights on the water made the shoreline look so sweet. You were talking about tomorrow with your collar turned to wind, when you took my hand and whispered, let this be where we begin. Every wave that broke beside us seemed to spell your name in foam. I could feel a brand new heartbeat saying here is finally home. And I said I'll meet you by the sea when the night wind finds a harbor. You can always look for me where the lanterns paint the pavement in a silver memory. Anytime you lose your way, I'll meet you by the sea. Then the seasons turn without you as you chased a distant dream, but the shoreline kept your footsteps like a soft and shining seam. I would walk that evening promenade with my scarf around my hair, listening to gulls and laughter just to feel you almost there. I would close my eyes and picture how you'd smile and turn around with your suitcase by the railing and your heart in every sound. And I think I'll meet you by the sea when your journey's finally over and you're where you long to be. I'll be standing by the railing where the waves brush quietly. If you come some distant night, I'll meet you by the sea. Years go by like rolling breakers, but the moon still rides the foam. Every sunset on that shoreline feels like walking you back home. If the world grows loud and hopeless, darling, turn and think of me. There's a girl beside the water keeping watch for you to see, 'cause I'll still meet you by the sea when you're tired and wandering footsteps need a place to simply be, where the wind can hold our secrets and the dark feels safe and free. I will lift my face to yours when you're standing close to me. Every time your shadow falls, I'll meet you by the sea. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la, softly, sha-la-la, come back close to me. I'll be waiting where you found me. Sha-la-la, I'll meet you by the sea.
Soft radio humming low, shadows on the wall, coffee cups between us, midnight down the hall. All the world is fast asleep, but we're still wide awake, floating in the little glow that only love can make. I remember when we met, your name in careful ink on that folded letter with a coffee ring of pink. You wrote about your favorite song in late night city skies, your handwriting a gentle dance of hope before my eyes. I kept it in my jacket
over every mile I roam, reading it by dashboard glow when I drove alone. Every line you left for me lit up those winding roads, till every empty highway lane felt almost like a home. Now the years have softly flown, we've built a quiet life of our own, and all the stars I used to chase are shining here in your embrace. Under the kitchen light, you're still my favorite view. Bare feet on the linoleum, hair falling loose, nothing but the ticking clock in this gentle night. Just you and me talking under the kitchen light. Our worries fade away, we turn another ordinary minute into something safe. If I could live forever in this simple sight, I'd spend every heartbeat under the kitchen light. There were storms and broken plans, bills we had to pay, letters on the table with numbers in the way. Yet you'd hum a little melody while washing up the plates, making tiny golden moments out of ordinary days. Sometimes I'd drive you home with the radio turned down, streetlights dancing softly on your sleepy crown. We don't need a movie scene, we don't need a crown, just the murmur of your voice as the windows fog around. All the dreams I thought I'd find were waiting here the whole time, and every quiet laugh we share, in every whisper, little prayer. Under the kitchen light, you're still my favorite view. Bare feet on the linoleum, hair falling loose, nothing but the ticking clock in this gentle night. Just you and me talking under the kitchen light. Our worries fade away, we turn another ordinary midnight into something safe. If I could live forever in this simple sight, I'd spend every heartbeat under the kitchen light. One day we'll be older, silver in your hair. Maybe hands will tremble as we climb the stairs, but I'll set out 2 cups again the way I always do, and watch the quiet miracle of growing old with you. We'll pull out all those letters from a long ago July, paper edges yellowed like the corners of the sky. We'll smile about the miles and how we found our way to standing in this little room at the end of every day. Let the city hurry by, let the headlines fade. We've got all we ever need in this small parade. Every whispered how was work, every are you tired dear, is a love song softly playing only we can hear. So when the doubts come tapping at our window pane, we'll pour another cup and say their names in vain. For every time life felt too dark or far too wide, we found our peace beneath this light, with you here by my side. Under the kitchen light, where all my wishes land, your shadow on the cupboards, my ring upon your hand, nothing but the hum of love in the softest night, holding you forever under kitchen light. I see the life we've grown from scribbled little letters to this place we call our own. If heaven has a doorway that feels just right, it must look like you smiling under the kitchen light. Turn the radio down low, let the night grow deep. Lay your head upon my shoulder, drift into your sleep. I'll watch over every breath till the edges of the dawn. Under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light, under the kitchen light.
Soft radio playing low, night wind in my hair just so. There you are, I always know in the dashboard glow. I saw you at the summer fair, Ferris wheel lights in your hair, laughing like those days ago before we had to let it go. You looked my way, the world stood still, cotton candy, evening chill. I heard my heart say soft and slow, turn around, don't let him go. All those little yesterdays came rushing back in waves. Every song we used to know, rising from the radio in the dashboard glow, with your hand in mine. Every mile we drive rewinds us back in time. There's a song about forever on the late night show, and it sounds like us in the dashboard glow. If the road gets dark, if the stars sing low, I'll still see your face in the dashboard glow. We left the noisy fair behind, drove until the lights were blind, parked down by the riverside, moon and water side by side. You said I took the long way round, but somehow I'm on the same old ground. I smiled and brushed your collar straight, said love is never really late. All the years we walked apart still kept a place inside my heart, like a station on the dial, waiting there all this while in the dashboard glow, with your laugh so warm. You were shelter through my every passing storm. There's a melody, a promise only we both know, and it plays for us in the dashboard glow. If the world turns fast, if the nights run slow, I'll be right here, love, in the dashboard glow. Ooh. We talk about our separate roads, tiny rooms and heavy loads, photographs we never sent, letters written, never spent. You say you heard my name one night under some old barroom light, and every song they tried to play sounded like we'd find a way. Maybe love just circles back like the wheel along the track, like the river bending home after all its miles of foam. Maybe every star above has been spelling out our love, leading us where we should be, back to you and back to me. So if ever doubts arise, we'll just look with quiet eyes at that gentle amber glow, painting us in honey gold in the dashboard glow. Let the night roll on, we'll be singing with the radio till dawn. Every heartbeat finds a rhythm only we both know, as we hold on tight in the dashboard glow. If the years fly by and our hair turns snow, I'll still love you there in the dashboard glow. Ooh, soft radio fading low, head on your shoulder, driving slow. All my roads now seem to go to you in the dashboard glow. Ooh. tickets in my pocket feel warm in my hand tonight, and your shadow's walking toward me in the neon light. You're waiting on the corner where the sidewalk bends, hands in your jacket that shy, smile again. You say they're changing all the posters on the silver screen. We pass the little bakery with the window glow, smell of sugar on the evening slow. You ask, are you ready for another show? I say, anywhere with you is where I wanna go. We don't have diamonds, we don't have cars, but we got our footsteps and a handful of stars. Every Friday evening when the street feels right, we're heading for our little movie night. Our little movie night, just you and me, under that old marquee, shining soft and sweet. We don't need a crowd or a fancy place so bright, just your hand in mine for our little movie night. Our little movie night in the velvet dark, sharing all our secrets like a spark to a spark. If tomorrow's unsure and the world's too wide, I'll still be safe at our little movie night. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. We sit up in the balcony where the lights are low, hear the hush of all the hearts in the rows below. You slide the popcorn closer with a crooked grin, like you're asking if you're welcome to come further in. On the silver curtain, lovers hold on tight, black and white kisses in the flickering light. I feel your shoulder brushing gentle against mine, and the whole white story falls into one line. When the credits roll and the trumpets play, we take the long way home just to stretch the day. Every little breeze and every passing light feels like a chorus to our movie night. Our little movie night, just you and me, under that old marquee, shining soft and sweet. We don't need a crowd or a fancy place so bright, just your hand in mine for our little movie night. Our little movie night in the velvet dark, sharing all our secrets like a spark to a spark. If tomorrow's unsure and the world's too wide, I'll still be safe at our little movie night. Ooh, we cut across the back streets by the narrow lane, where the rooftop clotheslines sway like a quiet chain. You say one day, honey, when the time is true, maybe every night will feel like this with you. We stop on a little bridge over the town canal, moonlight on the water like a silver cabaret hall. You whisper, I don't need the big bright signs, if you'll keep walking right here by my side. Our little movie night, as the years go on, when the newest stars have come and gone, we'll still find that marquee in our hearts so bright, lighting up the dark for our little movie night. Our little movie night, when our hair turns gray, we'll remember every Friday like a holiday. If the world keeps changing and we hold on tight, we'll stay in love with our little movie night. So meet me on the corner when the day turns light to gold. We'll buy 2 little tickets just like we did of old, with your arm around my shoulder and your future in my sight. I'll always say yes to our little movie raindrops tapping on the window pane, little light shining through the falling rain. I've got your letter on the kitchen clock, coffee cooling in a favorite cup, streetlight shimmer on the gravel road. Every car that passes makes my heart sit up. Your handwriting leans like you're leaning in. Every word is like your gentle hand. You say, my darling, don't you worry none, I'm coming home as soon as I can. So when the night wind starts to blow, there is one thing I can show. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting, soft and warm through the midnight rain. Where the porch light glows, I'll be praying. Every road will bring you home again. If the city feels too cold and long, think of this little house, you know I'll be standing in the doorway. Love, where the porch light glows. I still remember all those city nights, you and me in that old blue car, dashboard glowing like a tiny fire as we followed every distant star. Radio playing our slow love songs, wipers keeping time across the glass. You'd squeeze my hand at every red light stop, like you never wanted that moment to pass. Now when the thunder rolls above, I keep that lamp lit for our love. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting, soft and warm through the midnight rain. Where the porch light glows, I'll be praying. Every road will bring you home again. If the city feels too cold and long, think of this little house, you know I'll be standing in the doorway. Love, where the porch light glows. Someday soon I'll hear your tires on stone, see your shadow stretch across the yard. You'll drop your suitcase by the open door, pull me in and hold me good and hard. We'll spread our pictures on the table wide, laugh at how the years have come and gone, and through it all that gentle golden light keeps on burning till the break of dawn. Maybe love is not the fireworks sky, maybe it's a small lamp shining by. One more night, one more little flame, calling out your whispered name. If you're lost in darkened streets, follow where my heartbeat beats. I'll be here, I'll never close, the place where all your wandering goes. Where the porch light glows, I'll be waiting through the storms and the silver years. Where the porch light glows, I'll be saying every goodbye only brings you here. If your heart feels tired and worn, baby, there's one thing you should know. You will always find me standing still where the porch light glows. Raindrops, fading stars begin to shine, and that little porch light's yours and mine. I was standing by the midway with the tickets in my hand, cotton candy on my finger, dusty shoes in fairground sand. Then you touched my shoulder gently, said I've saved this ride for two. In the glow of painted horses, all I saw was only you. Every light was softly trembling, like the words we couldn't say. But your smile was like a promise that the night would never fade. Ferris wheel nights, turning so slow. Hearts learning how to move where the warm winds blow. Up in the sky, holding you tight. Love found its way to our stairway light. Ferris wheel nights, stars in your eyes. Rise and rise, hands intertwined as the world rolled by. Nothing felt wrong, everything right. Since you and I met on those Ferris wheel nights. Later on by that old dance hall, where the jukebox softly shined, we were swaying in the doorway to some sweet old 4/4 time. You were humming with the record, I was tracing your small ring. Every spin and every shuffle felt like more than just a flame. All the years of quiet longing burst like fireworks above. In the corners of that evening, we could finally call it love. Ferris wheel nights, turning so slow. Hearts learning how to move where the warm winds blow. Up in the sky, holding you tight. Love found its way inside soft midway light. Ferris wheel nights, stars in your eyes and rise, hands intertwined as the world rolled by. Nothing felt wrong, everything right. Since you and I met on those. We walked down to the seaside where the boardwalk met the sea. Waves were clapping out a rhythm like a secret meant for me. You drew hearts into the sand there while the breeze played with your hair. And I knew that every sunrise I would wish to see you there. Ferris wheel nights, still in my mind. Colors in the dark that the years can't hide. If ever we're lost, if we lose our way, I'll find you again where the fair lights play. Ferris wheel nights, fade on the breeze. Jukebox on the corner and the sway. summer never ended. When your hand found mine. Under the jukebox light, we were only 17 then. Borrowed shoes and weekend smiles. Friday night, the town hall glowing. You could see it for a mile. You walked in with collar crooked. I was nervous head to toe. Then the record started spinning and the world turned soft and slow. All the chatter in the corner faded when you took my hand. Every heartbeat found a rhythm only we could understand. Under the jukebox light, you held me like the only girl inside. You held me when the world felt big and wide. You were right there by my side. Every dream turned warm and bright. Under the jukebox light, years rolled on like spinning records on that old worn silver wheel. We found work and bought a small house full of simple, honest meals. Summer nights we'd drive the back roads with the dashboard soft and low. Radio playing all our favorites, windows down, a gentle glow. At the fair with Ferris wheel lights, you would pull me close and say, even when the colors fade, love, we won't ever fade away. And under the jukebox light, you held me like the only girl in sight. You held me when the world felt big and wide. You were right there by my side. Every dream turned warm and bright. Under the jukebox light. Now the jukebox is a memory, and the dance hall's torn down clean. But we hum those old tunes softly, washing dishes in between. There's a porch light by our doorway, shining gentle every night. That's my little glowing promise, you'll come home and hold me tight. We don't need the coins or records, we don't need a crowded floor. We've got footsteps in the hallway, we've got love worth living for. If the years keep drawing wrinkles, let them show what we have known. Every line a quiet lyric of the life we've slowly grown. And under the jukebox light, inside me, every time you smile like that, you find me in the kitchen, soft and sweet, barefoot swaying to the beat. Every ordinary night feels like that jukebox light. Under the porch light, darling, hold me like that first soft Friday night. Just hold me when the whole world turns too fast. We can lean into the past, where our hearts still swing and sway.
Somewhere the band plays soft tonight. Hands in your pockets, same old shy smile.
I almost turned and let the moment pass, heart beating faster than it did in the past.
The summer fair was humming low,
music drifting where the river flows.
I said your name and you turned around,
And all those missing years came tumbling down.
we laughed like strangers,
We talked like friends,
like every might have been could make amends. Under Ferris wheel lights, your hand found mine like it used to do. Under Ferris wheel lights, the world turned slow while I turned back to you. Oh, little sparks in the summer air,
soft as a prayer on a warm night's breeze.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. Do you remember how we used to write, ink on our fingers late at night?
Your folded letters on my windowsill, words about forever and the distant hills.
Then one last note said, don't you wait.
I took that train and left our town gate.
I tried to move on, I tried to stay strong,
But a piece of my heart stayed where we belong.
now every line that I let fade
Comes back in every step we've made.
as if those pages turned to light and led you here tonight. Under Ferris wheel lights, your laugh rings out like an old sweet song. Under Ferris wheel lights, it feels like we were never gone so long. All of the years fall away so clear,
Each little memory shining on me.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. We took the ride and the ground fell small, tiny as troubles we can't recall.
Up in the sky with the town below,
We finally said the things we meant to show.
you said I'm sorry that I walked away.
I said I've wished for just this day.
And in that swing on the evening breeze,
We found our hearts again,
with quiet ease,
maybe love just needed time.
to circle round and draw us back in line.
Maybe all the stories we thought were through,
We're just waiting for a different view. guitar under cotton candy skies, paper tickets in our trembling hands. You smiled slow when the midway lights turned our small town night into wonderland. We were just two shadows in the crowd, barely talking, hearts beating loud. You bought me cocoa at a corner stand, our fingers touching when you passed the can. We walked past the games and spinning lights, every color dancing in my eyes. That night you said, if you're scared you can hold on tight, as the Ferris wheel climbed into the sky. Up above the town so small, we could almost touch the stars and all. You whispered, close your eyes and feel, this could be something real. Ferris wheel promises turning in the air, round and round with you I didn't have a care. High above the midway I learned how love can feel in your arms, under Ferris wheel promises so real. Years went by like the painted cars, spinning slowly underneath the stars. We found a little cafe down the lane, warm glass windows in the autumn rain. We would watch the raindrops slowly slide, talking dreams with our hands entwined. You'd say, no matter where the seasons go, I'll be right here, you know. When the thunder rolled outside, you were my shelter, I was your bride. You'd hum that tune from our midway ride and pull me closer to your side. Ferris wheel promises turning in your eyes, round and round through all the lows and highs. In that rainy window glow our little world was sealed, living out our Ferris wheel promises so real. Now the fair still comes each summer night. We hear the music, see the lights from our front porch where the crickets sing. We watch the colors on the evening wind. The porch light shines on your sleeping face, soft as the years we can't replace. I kiss your hair in the kitchen glow, while the midnight coffee slowly flows. If the wheel slows down someday, if the lights all fade away, I'll still hear your whisper in the dark, like the first time you circled my heart. When our hands are older, lined and worn, we'll remember that summer when love was born. No matter how the years may steal, I'm keeping every Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel promises turning through the years, round and round we go through laughter and through tears. From the fairground stars to the porch lights' gentle peel, we're still holding on to Ferris wheel promises so real. Ferris wheel promises softly turning still in the quiet kitchen light, in every Ferris wheel promises, Ferris wheel promises, so summer air and a carousel tune. First time I ever fell in love with the moon. We were just two shadows in the carnival glow. Cotton candy fingers, nowhere else to go. You won me a prize with a ring toss throw. Laughed when you missed and you bowed too low. Then the midway music found a softer tune. You touched my hand underneath the moon. Someone called last ride for the night. You said, come share the sky and lights. I felt the ground fall far away when you softly said my name. Every bright bulb seemed to say life would never be the same. Ferris wheel heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear. Promised you'd be right beside me every year, with the whole fair fading at our feet. Time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Later in your car on an empty road, ticket stubs and prizes on the dash you'd thrown. The radio played a sweet doo-wop song. I hummed the harmony, you sang along. Headlights drawing lines on the sleeping sea. You tapped the rhythm on the wheel with me. You said, if you're afraid when the lights go down, just remember this ride and that carnival sound. I felt the dark just drift away when you softly said my name. Every bright star seemed to say love had finally learned my name. Ferris wheel heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear. Promised you'd be right beside me every year, with the whole fair fading at our feet. Time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Now every summer when the fair rolls in, we walk the boardwalk in the salt soft wind. You buy me flowers made of paper string. We still get dizzy when the swing boats swing. People say that young love doesn't stay, but I still feel that first night way when Just the colored bulbs and the soft machine, lifting us higher than the town below, where all our little years line up in a row. Ferris wheel heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. Every gentle circle, every creaking chain says we'll find our way through the sun and rain. Hold me just a little past midnight, let the music fade and the crowd grow light. Ferris wheel heartbeat, hold me tight, spinning our love into the softest light. I keep your heartbeat like a little Ferris wheel.
Soft on the dial, the radio's low, headlights drifting where the night winds blow. Out by the window with the curtains drawn, I'm watching for shadows till the break of dawn.
I drive this old road by the silver sea, dashboard glowing like a memory. Every little turn takes me back in time to a barefoot boy and your hand in mine.
We walked that promenade in the salty air.
You whispered, if you ever need me, I'll be there.
And you pointed home through the summer night, said I'll leave it on, just follow the light.
Now the years have passed like waves in the dark,
but I still feel you beating in my heart.
if I can find that glow tonight, maybe I can make it right.
Back to your porch light shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye. I kept every postcard that you ever sent, faded blue ink and a salt kiss scent. Photographs tucked where the moonlight falls, your shadow dancing on these old, old walls.
I made us coffee in that chipped white cup,
Told myself gently I should give you up.
but every evening as the day turns thin, I turn that porch light on and let you in.
All the nights I heard some car on the hill,
My foolish heart would learn to stand still,
yet some quiet voice said you just might Back to your porch light, shining for me like a small town star by the restless sea. Through all the miles and the long, long nights, I found my way home to your porch light. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, calling me in from the coming storm. If you're still waiting on the other side, I'll stand in that glow and never say goodbye.
I see a doorway in the soft wind sigh.
Here are young hearts in the waves rolling by.
I see your footsteps on the old front walk.
Every creak of the boards is the sound of you knocking.
If you'll take my hand, we can start again.
Like those seaside nights when we were only friends.
I'll forgive the years that took you away. If you promise me now that you're here to stay. Under this porch light we can be brand new, but still the same hearts that forever knew.
Back to your porch light, shining for me like a faithful star by the endless sea. No more miles and no more goodbyes, just you in my arms in the warm lamplight. Back to your porch light, soft and warm, safe and sound from every storm. If this is our home for the rest of our lives, leave that porch light on, let our love arrive.
Tack to your porch light,
All through the years,
washing away all the wasted tears.
back to your porch light,
Holding you tight,
two shadows swaying in the soft seaside night.
Soft wind on the water, turning gold at night. Footsteps on the walkway, you were walking into sight. You were tracing little circles with your fingertips on the rail by the river while you bit your lips. I was humming some old tune I could barely name when you looked up through the twilight and you said my name. We walked along the edge where the willows lean, watching city lights shimmer in the in-between. You laughed about your day, I just kept the pace, try not to fall in love with every look on your face. The church bells in the distance rang a soft, slow chime as the sun slid down behind the factory line. You said all I really want is a quiet place to hide, and I whispered, you can have that right here by my side. Evenings by the riverside, holding on to you. Every fading daylight felt like something new. When the water caught the colors and the world turned wide. We were learning how to love. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside. Then the whistle from the station cut across the air. You said my ticket's for the night, I have to meet it there. Suitcase in your fingers, courage in your eyes. I could see the little storm behind your long goodbyes. We hurried up the steps to the platform light. Trains breathing in their sleep like beasts at night. You pressed a folded paper in my open hand. Said I'll write you from the city, please try to understand. The porter called your number in a practiced tone, and I felt every dream shake in my bones. You said every time you see that river start to glide, think of me and I'll be there, walking by your side. Evenings by the riverside, holding on to you. Every fading daylight felt like something new. When the water caught the colors and the world turned wide, we were learning how to love. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside, where the street lamps gleam. You became my comfort and my waking dream. Though the rails ran on and the towns divide, I would meet you in my mind. Evenings by the riverside. Letters on the table with your gentle hand, little coffee stains and sketches of the city span, photographs of corners where you like to be, but you always left a space like it waited for me. Years roll like freight trains through an endless night. Some days we lost courage, some days we lost sight. Then one lonely morning came a shorter line. It said, I'm coming home if your heart still matches mine. I stood beneath the sun where the platforms meet, with the river in the distance steady at my feet. Saxophone in a window played a low sweet sigh as your figure stepped down and the train rolled by. You smiled like the first time in the fading glow. All the years between us felt like melting snow. You said, if it's not too late, can we turn the tide? I said, let's take a little walk by the riverside. Evenings by the riverside. Now we're here once more, listening to the water like we did before. Every ripple sings the promise that we won't divide as we start our life again. Evenings by the riverside, evenings by the riverside, when we both are gray, we'll be counting all the blessings of a long sweet day. If the world forgets our names and the clocks collide, you will find me holding you. Evenings by the riverside. Soft soft wind on the water, turning gold at night. Two shadows walking slowly in the tender light. Evenings by the riverside, where our hearts abide. I'll be loving you forever by the riverside.
You were leaning by the doorway of that old dance hall, hands inside your pockets trying to look so tall. I was tracing little circles on my borrowed dress, hiding all my trembling in a smile, I guess. Then you dropped a silver quarter in the jukebox there. Said this one's for the pretty girl with the ribbon in her hair. You held your hand out, I forgot to breathe. As the record spun, you pulled me close to me. Every note was like a promise, soft and low. Every turn a little secret only we could know. And all the world just faded out of sight, till it was only you and me, and that warm spinning light. Under the jukebox light, you took my hand and held it right, with a song so sweet and your heart on beat. We learned how love could feel that night. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, the whole world felt so safe and bright, and I still can't see how you looked at me. Under the jukebox, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light. Summer came around with all its painted rides. We walked down to the fairgrounds with our fingers tied. Ferris wheel was turning circles in the sky. You said, I'll catch you, darling, if you're scared of heights. Up above the town, the lights were small and far. You whispered, close your eyes and make a wish on every star. I wish that every little step we take would lead us back together, never break. When the midway sounds were fading into blue, I could hear that same old record playing just for two. In my mind we're always dancing slow, in that tiny hall where all our dreams began to grow. Under the jukebox light, you took my hand and held it right, with a song so sweet and your heart on beat. We learned how love could feel that night. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, the whole world felt so safe and bright, and I still can't see how you looked at me. Under the jukebox, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, under the jukebox. Now the years have scattered silver in your dark brown hair. There are lunchbox notes and grocery list upon the chair. But when the evening settles quiet on our street, I hear your key and feel my heart skip one more beat. You climb the steps and see me framed in porch light glow. dishes and the sinking socks that never dry. But every time you reach for me at night, I'm right back in your arms beneath that dreamy light. So if the records fade and halls all close their doors, we'll keep our little melody inside forevermore. Under the jukebox light, you gave my ordinary life its shine. From the first slow dance to this worn gold band, you've been my storyline. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, I found my home in your eyes that night. And through all our days, in 1,000 ways, I'm still that girl you're holding tight. Under the jukebox light, do-I, do-I, hold me tight. Do-I, do-I, hold me tight. Do-I, hold me tight. We're still in love under the jukebox light.
Night falls on the shore. I'm at your door. Rain is on the cobblestones, lantern flicker pale and low. I can see the little cafe where we used to hide from snow. Through the window in the corner, there you sit the way you did, hands around a cup of coffee like a dream I never hid. All the letters, all the waiting, all your careful slanting lines lead me back to this small harbor, to your eyes that once met mine. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver, blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, let this night begin again. Walk me by the sea. You look up and start to tremble like you're waking from a song. I can see you trying to measure if my heart still beats as strong. Then you smile, that little half smile that I carried through the years. Suddenly the crowded silence turns to laughter through our tears. We talk low about the distant ships and trains and changing skies, but the one thing never changing is the way you fill my eyes. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver, blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, let this night begin again. Walk me by the sea.
night, the gulls cry salt and jasmine in the air. Every footprint in the shoreline feels like we were always there. You lean in against my shoulder while the breakers roll inside, and the past falls off behind us like a wave that's running dry. If tomorrow brings its troubles, we will meet them, you and I. But tonight the only promise is your hand inside of mine. Time moves like the tide upon the sand, washing out the castles that we planned. But every word you wrote and every memory led me to this moment by the sea. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me. Let the band inside my chest keep gentle company. Every step beside you sets my heart at ease. Hold me close and slowly walk me by the sea. If the years keep flowing like the endless tide, I will walk this shoreline always at your side. From the cafe window to the shining quay, I'll be yours forever. Walk me by the sea. Stay and walk with me. Love me by the sea.
I still see us young and real under the Ferris wheel. You were standing by the tickets with your hands inside your coat. I was laughing with my girlfriends, trying hard not to take note. But the summer air was buzzing and the lights began to spin. And the moment that you caught my eye, the world came drifting in. Cotton candy on my fingers, music floating through the park, all the colors of the midway, waking up the coming dark. When you finally walked beside me, shy and quiet, trying to be cool, I could hear my heart beat louder than the old brass band at school. You said maybe we could ride it, just one turn, just you and me. And I said only if you promise I can see the whole town free. We were just two foolish dreamers with no maps and no idea how long we chased that first night's feel. Under the Ferris wheel where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel where the music met the stars, where you whispered I'll be yours, like it was written in the cards. Now the years keep rolling onward, but I know what's always real. We're still that boy and girl under the Ferris wheel. Later on we drove in circles with the car radio turned low, dashboard glow across your knuckles, windows fogged with falling snow. Every song became our memory, every mile another thread. We were weaving something golden out of all the words we said on the nights you stayed out working just to keep our little place. I would watch that quiet porch light throwing halos on your face. Every time I heard your footsteps on the gravel up the hill, I could feel the fairgrounds calling, and my heart would answer still. You'd say, sorry I was late, love, but you know I had to try. And I hold you in the kitchen with the kettle humming by. All the simple, gentle moments that the world can't ever steal started in that spinning wheel. Under the Ferris wheel where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine, above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel where the music met the stars, where you whispered I'll be yours, like it was written in the cars. Now the years keep rolling onward, but I know what's always real. We're still that boy and girl under the Ferris wheel. Now the fair comes back each August, and we sometimes take a ride with your silver in your hair. And all these years on either side, we don't scream like we did back then. We just smile and close our eyes, let the cool night wind remind us how it felt to touch the skies. When we pass above our neighborhood and see our porch light glow, I can feel your fingers tighten like that first time long ago. And I whisper, no matter what the spinning world may do or say, every road I ever travel still begins back there that day. If the music ever fades and all the bright lights disappear, if the fair moves on to somewhere else and leaves our little pier, we'll still have that trembling moment when the world first stood so still, where my heart learned how to answer to your will. Let the wheel keep turning slowly in the corners of our mind. Let the car radio remember every chorus left behind. Every night our porch light flickers, it's the same soft shining seal that we learned to trust beneath that Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel where the sky came tumbling down, where you slipped your hand in mine, above the lights of our small town. Every turn we took together wrote a promise we still keep. Under the Ferris wheel, love found us deep. Under the Ferris wheel, through the quiet tender years, through the bills and late night worries and the laughter and the tears. When I look into your eyes, love, after every spinning year, I still find that girl and boy under the Ferris wheel. Ooh, I still see how softly shines our field. We're forever standing under the Ferris wheel.
Mixed like a lost 60 vinyl, steps, accelerations from the year that your suitcase by your knee, ticket in your hand, nervous little smile I didn't understand. You said I'll write you letters, it won't be the way your eyes said something was wrong. the changing weather. You just held my finger, said, remember the last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, thinking about you on the last bus home. There's a phone on the table in the narrow hall. I listen for your footsteps, for your midnight call. Every gentle ringing makes my heartbeat race, but it's never quite your laughter on the other place. I trace your name along the faded paper, postmarks from a town that feels like later. The last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, thinking about you on the last bus home. Some nights I walk the same old cracked gray street, hear the sigh of engines, feel the evening heat. I hold a worn out ticket that I never used. Every little wrinkle tells the story of maybe you found someone to keep you warm, a softer coat against the coming storms. But if you ever wonder where my heart has gone, it's waiting by that street lamp, humming our old song. The last bus home, rolling down the line. All these years behind us, still you haunt my nights. If you ever step off feeling tired and alone, you'll find me at the corner where the shadows roam. The last bus home can bring you back to me. I'll be there with open arms where you used to be. Till then this empty sidewalk is my own, talking to the last bus home. Under the corner, street lamp glow, I'm still in love with you and the last bus home. Porch light burning low, you turn off the kitchen radio. Wipe your hands and breathe a sigh. I lock up the door behind us as the night rolls through the sky. We step out on painted wooden steps where the summer breezes flow. Crickets singing in the hedges, 'neath our porch light burning low. All the busy streets are quiet, all the phones have had their say, but your shoulder leaning into mine keeps the noise so far away. With that porch light burning low and your hand resting in my hand so slow, all the years we walked together, all the miles we've yet to go, find their way back to this moment. Porch light burning low. There's a coffee cup on the railing, there's a sweater around your knees. You are talking about the children and the changes on our street. Mailboxes lie like little soldiers, sleeping cars in tidy rows, while the glow around your profile softly flickers, softly glows. I don't need a grand horizon or a far-off shining shore. In your tired but smiling eyes, I have all I'm asking for. Beneath this porch light burning low, where the day slips off your shoulders warm and slow, every laugh line, every teardrop, every story we both know comes to rest upon these steps. Porch light burning low. We were younger on a back street with a single borrowed key, dreaming of a little house where the nights could set us free. Now the paint is chipped and faded, and the years have brushed our hair, but the way you lean against me says our first young love's still there. So when porch lights burning low and the world outside our doorway starts to snow, we'll be wrapped in old wool blankets, watching soft white feathers blow. I will thank the stars above us for the life we've come to know, side by side on creaking steps. Porch light burning low.